He wasn't even supposed to survive being born, but tonight, an Avon Lake family says their son has beaten the odds again and again. Lindsay Buckingham shares the story of an 8-year-old boy who's fought for his life more than most people ever will and still manages to be the happiest person in the room.
Geno Mueller doesn't play basketball carefully. At just 8 years old, he plays it like a kid who won't quit.
Layup, layup, layup.
When he misses a shot, he'll keep trying until it goes in.
Yay! Good job, dude.
It's not just his athletic determination that stands out.
He's such a loving kid and a happy kid. He has so much empathy for other people.
The kind of family afternoon that shouldn't be possible because he wasn't supposed to be here at all.
He has been a surprise and a miracle from the very beginning.
Adrian and Bo Miller had 2 sons through adoption. They didn't think they could have a biological child. Then came Geno.
Scared and shocked and excited and all of the things.
Born with a heart defect so serious,
They said there was sort of a 5 to 10% chance that he survived to delivery.
2 open heart surgeries and a pacemaker would follow. Then at age 3,
It happened a couple days after we had been released from the hospital. It happened here in this kitchen.
Geno had a stroke.
So they were able to sort of tie that to the open heart surgery and the fact that he'd been on the bypass machine and everything at that point in time.
He recovered. In fact, he only got stronger. Last June,
We met with this cardiologist and she said this is the best echocardiogram he'd ever had. He's a snuggle monster.
Yeah, snuggle monster.
then a few days later, on an ordinary summer day, everything changed.
And I noticed he was staggering and he was trying to put his goggles on. He likes to wear goggles. And that's when I noticed that his face was drooping and like all of the color in his face was gone. I just knew right away he was having a stroke.
The ride to the hospital,
I was thinking he was gonna die. How am I gonna tell his brothers? How is Adrian gonna feel? Like if he doesn't make it, she wasn't there.
at Cleveland Clinic's Richard E. Jacobs Center,
Pediatric neurologist was there and assessed him. There's a scoring chart for stroke and he was basically at the top of checked all these different boxes of not communicating, not doing.
Geno was rushed to main campus for brain surgery.
We later learned the clot was so severe that they had to do 6 separate passes to actually remove it all. Is he going to be able to do all those things that we've worked so hard over the course of 8 years to be sure that he can do and enjoy the life that he has?
Questions Geno asked, too.
Am I going to be able to talk? Am I paralyzed? And to hear those words come out of your 8-year-old's mouth, it was really difficult.
It took just days to see his spirit again, especially at Cleveland Clinic Children's Rehab.
He was willing to do the PT and the OT, and he was treating the speech therapy with games. So our priority then was, okay, how do we make as much progress as quickly as possible?
Geno had the answer.
God is with you. Yeah, Daddy.
He still has a long road and copes with physical ailments from the stroke, but his family says it hasn't touched who he is.
He just has a spark and a joy that makes him particularly unique. And my strength comes from watching him do everything he's done and still be the remarkable kid that he is.
I love you.
I love you too. I want him to be happy and grow up loving life and being grateful. And he is. He's a very grateful kid.
Grateful to be with family.
Okay, there you
I'm
go.
supposed to be in the middle.
She's fine.
And his beloved pup, Pepper.
Peppy.
But mostly, he's grateful to be alive.
Yay. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Lindsay Buckingham, 3 News.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Geno's family says they are forever grateful for everyone who helped to save their son, from the lifeguards at Avon Lake Pool to those who acted equally as quickly, to the doctors and nurses, therapists at Cleveland Clinic Children's who cared for him every step of the way.
Yeah, what's the saying? It takes a village.
Yeah.
Bless that family. And I love his attitude. They're right. There is a sparkle to him that's infectious. And we are
Inspiring.
thrilled to see his progress, and we hope that it continues. You can share your own heartstring stories with Lindsay and our team. Just email heartstrings@wkyc.com. And don't forget, if you'd like to see them all in one place, stories just like this, leaves you with a smile every time, I promise you. You can catch Heartstrings every weekday, 9 a.m. It's on our WKYC app.